When you find a rare brick or a brick that you've been looking for but has eluded you, and then all of a sudden you come across it and you wipe the mud or moss or whatever off of it, it's like you found hidden treasure. The brick business in Ohio was basically born out of coal mining. When they were digging for coal, they came across the shale and the clay, and it was kind of in their way. They had to do something with it. And when the iron industry died, there were these sites that had the infrastructure already there, the railroad and the water, and that's pretty much where the brick plants came up. I mean, there are obviously more than four, but the main four types. The building brick for most of your structures. Typically, it looks like a common brick, less ornate. Sometimes they'll have a section hooved out in them, which we call a frog, to help with the strength. The second type, the fire brick, it's specially made to withstand heat. Anybody who's had a wood burner understands that you can't just put any brick in there. It has to be a brick that's designed to withstand the heat. And in this area, the shale and clay was not really conducive to that. So what we actually found is that most of your really good fire brick in Ohio is from Oak Hill southward. So pretty much Portsmouth, Ironton, all the way up through Oak Hill, and a little town called Pyro made the best fire brick. There are some exceptions. There were some shale deposits here and there that were good for fire brick, but most of your really good fire brick in Ohio is going to be in the southern part, from Jackson County southward. The other type, the street paver, or some people just call them pavers, they were built for strength of vehicles running across them, and they're typically much thicker. And a lot of them, when they were installed, they were placed on their side, so the name wasn't really even showing. When they replaced a brick out of the road, that's when they saw the name. And there are different varieties of the street paver as well. Some of them have a special cutout for going against a rail, and then some of them are made to go on the hillsides. They have a little beveled edge, and then the other type, the sidewalk paver, typically is the most beautiful as far as from an artistic standpoint. They had a pattern on them so that they weren't as slippery for the pedestrians walking in the rain or snow. They had a pattern, gave you some traction, and they typically were the most beautiful, in my opinion. So whether you're going into Trimble, Ohio, or Nelsonville, or Bremen, a lot of the communities that were involved in either brick making or any part of the brick making industry, they have a certain amount of pride with the history. Nelsonville, for example, has a pretty unique statue at Hugin College where it's basically a pedestal with a big Nelsonville star on top, oversized obviously, and the pedestal is made of all bricks from the area. So it's pretty interesting. And then if you just drive down the main street in Nelsonville, you'll notice that there's one house that has what it looks like two Nelsonville stars kind of coming out of the ground. So obviously they're showing their pride in a little different manner. There's a tall building in Nelsonville, not far from the square, that has a big mural of the four main sidewalk pavers, the circle, or the bullseye, the star, the flower, and the snowflake on the side of the wall instead of just a blank building. They're showing their brick pride. In Trimble, there are some mini domes, some mini kilns that are across from the Kroger's in Trimble. So it's kind of neat to see. And Athens as well, they just this year, a mural was added near where, not exactly, but near where the Athens block brick plant was. Outpouring of support from other brick hobbyists when you're going through hard times, they're amazing. And yeah, we've really developed some good friendships by sharing the hobby, and people that normally you would not interact with otherwise. I've met people from all the surrounding counties here in Ohio as well as other states. It's really been great for me. Before this, I wouldn't have noticed. In fact, my neighbor is also a brick enthusiast, and he has bricks all over his house that until I got into bricks. I mean, I won't say I didn't notice them, but I didn't respect them, and I looked at them differently. So now, even looking at the street and wondering if I turned that brick on its side, what is it? Where is it from, and whose hands touched it?